Oh wow, that was fast. Here we go. Good afternoon, welcome to game number 2 of Empire versus 404 Not Found in this GosuLeague Division 2 match. We have just in game number 1 where Empire managed to take the win, but I have to say it was not an easy road for them to take because they were up against a lifestealer that at some point was 10-0 to 4. But Empire, with their disable, still able to make sure that lifestealer could not be doing anything and could not even pop his rage in time before going down. We're gonna see if 404 can still take game number 2 or if Empire is gonna take this game 2-0, because it is a league match. It is the second last league match for Empire. They still have the chance to be number 1 in this Division 2 league, because they are not number 1 right now. Right now number 1 is We Has Asian. They have played all their 7 matches, have won 6 of them, and have lost 1 of them. The one that they lost was versus Empire. Empire, who has played 5 of their matchups, has won 5, and needs to win at least 3 matches to be able to 3 games out of the 2 matches, because each matchup is 2 games. They need to win 3 games in order to still win Division 2, which is something that I of course want to do, because if you win Division 2, if you are number 1 in your division, you go on to the next division, which is of course where you want to be, because in Division 1 that's where the prize money is at, that's where where the big league is at, and you want to be competing with that. You want to be claiming that number 1 spot and be able to say that you're the best because you made your way through the ladder system. You were just able to beat everybody on your path. Right now they are 1 down, 4 to go, I guess, or 1 down, 3 to go, I can count, yes. Of which they only need to win 2 more games. Let's see if they're going to be doing this game. For 4-4, there's no chance anymore to beat that number 1. They are 4th place right now in the Division 2. But they of course still want to be winning this game, because, you know, who doesn't want to be able to say we beat Empire in a game of Dota 2. It's a pretty big accomplishment, because on paper of course it is Empire that is the favorite for this match. Empire picked themselves up an Undying that made it through the ban and picks, or through the bans rather, because he was banned in the previous game, just like the Bat Rider who got picked up by 404 Not Found. It's gonna be the Jakiro that gets picked up by Empire again as well. Rubik is still in the pool. 404 played him pretty nicely in the previous game as support. They also picked up a Leshrek in the previous game. We're gonna see if they're gonna do that again. Bat Rider is probably gonna be their mid hero. So, well, they still have plenty of space to pick up whatever hero they want. We have a Bounty Hunter, a Broodmother, a Darkseer, as well as a Templar Assassin being banned out so far. As they are going into reserve time to be picking up these next 2 heroes. I mean, they have got the Bat Rider. They need to be... Maybe they want to have some kind of carry. I mean, last time they waited for the last moment to pick up that Lifestealer, of course also countering the Alchemist that was on a team of Empire. And I'm kind of expecting them to not wanting to give away too much about what they want to do with this game, and rather pick up their, you know, the heroes that can fulfill multiple roles, like that Rubik, for example. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Also, for the people that are not aware, there was of course a patch. Centaur got added in the hero pool. He is however not available in Captain's mode. Magnus is available though, just saying. But Centaur isn't, and neither is Silencer nor Drow Ranger, because they have got such a big rework in the latest patch that, well, there first has to be seen how they do in this week before they are eligible for Captain's mode again. So those heroes are not available. We're gonna have a Venomancer pickup here for 404 Not Found. Probably their support. This is all of their bonus time, by the way. They are really making use of their time. 10 seconds left is all they have left. And they want to make it count. They need to make it count. 2 seconds, Lifestealer again. So that will be the carry again. Will it work this time? I'm not so sure, especially since they already used it previous game, and that was a surprise Lifestealer, and they weren't able to win with him being 10-0 at some point. Are they going to be able to do it again? I am not sure. Empire, of course, now know what they can expect, what kind of play they can expect, and can just choose to counter it. Of course, Undying is already one of those heroes that is pretty tanky, so Lifestealer should be able to do fine with that, as of course Lifestealer is kind of a counter towards Undying, not only because of that, but he can just walk through the zombies with his rage on, it will not be slowed down, and will be able to take down the Tombstone. He's kind of the Tombstone killer. And we'll see if they are able to counter that Undying with that Lifestealer, and didn't want to risk him getting banned. Keeper of the Light will be the pickup for Empire. I think most of us have seen the lanes that Undying Keeper of the Light can make. It's a very difficult lane to beat. It is very, very hard to take down Undying early game. He is such a survivable hero. He can just push the lane, he can just farm, and Keeper of the Light illuminates going through. That is just a very, very strong thing to counter. We're gonna have the Shrek being banned out by Empire, with the Klinks being banned out by 404 not found. They don't want to be dealing with that one. Nature's Prophet also banned out by 404 not found, and it's Empire's turn to ban. As we have all jungle heroes still in the pool, by the way. Brewmaster, again the ban out from Goblack, does not want to be dealing with that one. I guess it's a bit of the same story as the Broodmother, which of course was banned in the previous game as well, and basically banned out by almost all of the games that Empire plays. We're gonna have the last ban incoming for 404 not found. Last chance to disrupt the lineup from Empire. How are they gonna do that? We already have a tri-lane, Undying, Jakiro, Keeper of Light. That could be a tri-lane. If that is a tri-lane, I mean, that is gonna be such an annoying lane to deal with. Even if you go tri-lane against tri-lane with a Lifestealer again, I mean, you have a Venomancer there who is so squishy for those Illuminates that will go through, an Ice Path on the Venomancer, and he is almost as good as that with the Soul Rip there, the K there. It is just something that is not really easy to deal with, as I mentioned now a couple of times, I guess. So maybe we're gonna see 445 try something else. Let's just put a Windrunner, for example, on that lane to make sure that she at least stays alive and they can win another lane or something like that. We're gonna have a Queen of Pain being banned out by 449 found. Of course, they faced Candle playing that in the previous game, and they just don't want to have it again. So let's see what they are gonna force Scandal to play then, because of course that is a hero that is still being picked up by Empire. We haven't seen Scandal's heroes just yet. And we're gonna have the last ban out coming from Empire. What is a hero that they don't want to face? If they are up against a tri-lane, which hero do they not want on the tri-lane? Actually, they're gonna ban out the possibility that I said. Just put a Windrunner on versus the tri-lane and she will be able to stay alive. But they ban out the Windrunner. We still have... Oh, actually no. We also don't have the Bounty Hunter in. So, if you look at safe, long lanes that can be against the aggressive tri-lane, you're kind of looking at a Beastmaster that is not going to be able to pick up any experience and just has to farm some Ancients, but that is fairly easy to counter with just placing a ward there. And maybe a Puck.
10 seconds
maybe a Puck.
remaining.
We're gonna find out though. This is, by the way, 404. Like I said, they have not got that much time left. They pick up a Rubik again, so that's gonna be their tri-lane hero once more, with the Lifestealer, Venomancer, Rubik, and they only need their offlane right now. But at the same time, Empire also needs their offlane, so they can pick up their offlane first if they want to pick up that Puck again, which worked pretty nicely against the Lifestealer in the previous game, purely because of his silence, able to disable that Lifestealer to make sure that he cannot rage, he cannot do anything but getting or either attack, or for them more importantly to shut him down without him being immune to ice paths and stuff like that.
5 seconds.
Wow, it's gonna be the Omni Knight. So if you imagine that being a tri-lane, and Omni Knight can be a long lane solo, by the way, and then Omni Knight will be level 6, and then they all go to one lane and start pushing. There will be Tombstones, Ice Paths, Illuminates, heals all around, and Omni Knight, Keeper of Light, you have one hero that can continuously heal stuff, and he doesn't run out of mana because there's one hero that can continuously give him mana.
Shadow Fiend.
Dire team pick.
Shadow Fiend will be the pickup for 4-4, making me think that Batrider is probably gonna be on a long lane solo. But, oh, that Omni Knight, Keeper of the Light combination. Omni Knight is a hero that is so reliant on mana. He's really not having that big of a mana pool, and if you then combine him with the Keeper of the Light, oh dear, we're in for something.
10 seconds remaining.
Last pickup from Empire coming in.
5 seconds remaining.
As I'm still expecting them to need a solo lane. I guess we'll find out soon enough, though. "50 seconds left." And they can, even if they already know what hero they're gonna be picking up, they could just use this time purely to be either thinking about what they're gonna be, how they're gonna be laning stuff, how they're gonna be doing stuff, or they could be, you know, going AFK, be right back toilet, you know, stuff like that. It's all possible, as they have 15 seconds left soon in their bonus time, and that is all the time that they have. Oh, jeez. We're gonna see some combinations that we don't see every day. It's gonna be an Outworld Destroyer, and that's probably gonna be played by Scandal, and that is, yeah, it is, and that is gonna be the counter towards the Shadow Fiend. You can, of course, imprison, as from imprisonment, him the entire time, and Shadow Fiend will be having a tough time, that's for sure. You can just stop him from getting those last hits with that one. Here's the overlay switch already, because we are gonna jump ourselves into the game as soon as everybody picks up their hero. It's only Scandal that picked his hero up just yet for Empire, so we're gonna see when the rest is gonna be picking something up and what each of them is gonna be playing. Wow, they're really taking their time, aren't they? So maybe they indeed were AFK for a second.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, let's see how this is gonna be going. Omni Knight, Lifestealer, Keeper of... These hero picks, I mean, I said it in the previous game, I will say it again, I really love it that these teams are trying out stuff that we normally don't see. It's making for such exciting play. And that's of course what we want to see. Let's see who's playing what for Empire. We have, of course, first, the stand-in for Funnick, who's not here today. It is a DK Phobos, who we of course know for having stood in for more Russian / Ukrainian teams. Navi comes to mind, for example. He's going to be playing that Undying. We're going to have Goblak playing Jakiro this game, but yeah, Jakiro, indeed. Silent is going to be playing the Keeper of the Light. We're going to be having Scandal playing the mid-hero Outworld Destroyer, and it's going to be Omni Knight, who is Blow Your Brain, and who's probably going to be on the short lane with an aggressive trial lane coming off from Empire on this bottom lane, and they're going to be versus an aggressive trial lane as well, or versus a trial lane, I should say. Just, I don't know how aggressive this will be. Last game they were pretty impressive, to be fair. But we're gonna have Arista playing the Rubik once more. It's gonna be the stand-in Steam playing the Venomancer. It's gonna be Run Noobs Run playing the Lifestealer once more. In the mid lane we have got Broke Wrist, who was on the Invoker of course in the previous game. He's gonna be playing that Shadow Fiend versus Scandal. And we're gonna have Long Lane Solo, Lolquap, again on the solo lane. And it's going to be Open Wounds first on the Keeper of Light. Gale hits as well. This might be turning into a First Blood. Illuminate will go on, but I think Silent already knows that he is as good as dead. One more hit needed, and there he goes. Run Noobs Run. Already making a good start. Telekinesis, Goblak, getting stunned. Open Wounds in 8 seconds. Nice block. More right clicks to go off. One more hit needed, and that is going to be Rubik picking up a kill. 2 kills going down to the bottom lane. DK Phobos now on the run, and that is going to be the start of this match. And it is gonna be 404 this time, picking up 2 kills. Of course, previous game we saw Empire picking up the first 2 kills. This time it's different though. This time it is 404 that is setting the tone of this game. And Undying already got some decays off, but he can just not get close. And there's no wards up for this Radiant, for the Dire team as well. Well, no, now there is, and they actually see the invisibility rune that's there if they want to be picking it up. And this is just start of the aggressiveness that they can just have. In the meantime, it's oh, what did I see? It was yeah, it was middle lane. I will short first. Shadowfiend already said they can be annoying towards each other. We're gonna see later on how they're gonna do. In theory, they both should not be dying because both of them will want to wait until they're a bit higher up level. I have to switch back to this bottom lane once in a while because things can just happen at any point. Illuminate going through. Lifestealer is not too worried about that though, and they're gonna go in on this. Who are they gonna go in on? Open wounds up on the Keeper of the Light. There is still an Ice Path that lands on 2. It's gonna be Lifestealer that's trying to steal some life to get away. Illuminate going through once again. Rubik now taking a lot of damage, Undying on the run, and there is a Decay picking off the kill. Venomance at level 2 trying to get away from this as well. We'll be hiding towards this tower, but we'll still get locked inside an Ice Path. There's no Decay anymore. Line of sight was just in time, but that is 1 kill going the way of Empire, with 0 kills in return for 4-4 this time. And this is what I said. This lane, this bottom lane, just like last game, is so volatile. It is really where both of the action, it's gonna be all of the action, most of the action is gonna be happening. Because I mean, if you're gonna be running a trial lane, you better win the trial lane, right? That's why you run a trial lane, to have your carry farm. And I mean, it's melee versus melee, like Undying last hitting versus Lifestealer last hitting. So both of these ranges are gonna be so aggressive in harassing each other away, or trying to harass each other away, that it will result into kills. Invisibility rune picked up by the Keeper of the Light. We already saw that rune being there, and it was actually no rune that spawned at the 2nd minute rune, because it was bottom again, so that's a bit of a shame. Basically rune there, but Keeper of the Light can just charge up and illuminate now without being seen. But we'll not do that. We'll just waste that invisibility rune. Right clicks to go out. We're gonna jump ourselves to the top lane very fast. Yes, can I? Thank you. No kills. Okay, for a while. Because Bedrider is at 10 for 4 up against his Omni Knight, who is 7 for 3. Omni Knight still has a lot of his mana though. It will be the Bedrider that should be in theory in favor of this game. But it's the levels that Omni Knight wants. I mean, normally you want to go for fast mana boots and stuff. Oh wow, look at this harassment. Actually, Bedrider doesn't have mana to Firefly himself away also. Doing a nice job. And there's a heal again. But yeah, Bedrider in theory should be okay, at least for farming wise. He might not be able to kill him. But yeah, Omni Knight wants to just get a level, so he is also in theory should not be wanting to kill the opponent team. And should not be able to kill the opponent team as well, even though Bedrider, he is out of regen. He doesn't have boots yet, and there are boots on the Omni Knight. And then also, with that degen aura, it is just too much to deal with the Bedrider. If he starts by clicking, as you just saw, you can just chase that down. Talking about chasing stuff down, bottom lane again. Dire Ward being placed, no more pools gonna come off for the Radiant team until they counter ward. But they already lost all their counter wards. They've placed one here to counter the ward that was there for the rune. And they placed one here just in case. I don't think that one scouted anything out though. But that is... the rune. There's also a rune place here, just to make sure that they can see where everybody of Empire is and how the trial lane is going to go, and if it's not actually going to be still a trial lane, or if they know that someone's being left alone for a while, after which they can go in or something like that, or if it's going to turn into a quattro lane if this Outward Destroyer is going to go there. Outward Destroyer picks up a double damage rune, looking to be going aggressive, going to come in from the side. It's already Shadow Fiend down to half HP. Here he comes. Scandal wants to go for it. Astral Prism will be ready soon. Nice juking, more juking. No, yeah, over, okay, nobody dies. Or does he still want to go? Right clicks? Raises! Ooh, and that Astral Imprisonment was right in time. There was of course plenty of mana up on the Shadow Fiend with a full bottle. We turn our heads back to the bottom lane, and it's actually Lifestealer that is highest up on the last hits and the knives together with the Omni Knight. But Lifestealer on this bottom lane definitely winning over the Undying based on last hits, 16 for 5 with the 17 for 3 on the Lifestealer, and it is the Omni Knight that killed off the Bedrider, and in theory that should not be happening. But Bedrider, like I said, no boots up on him. He does... Where did he leave his gold? Oh, there they are. They're in the stash. Thank you. Oh, wait a second. Bottom lane first. We have got the Rubik trying to get himself out of here. Lifestealer already picked up the Keeper of the Light. Lifestealer has to help his teammate right now, as Artista is going to try to hide himself in the jungle. But Jakiro, he's just going to lock them there in. He will go down. Telekinesis still there. And there's a stun clearing out the trees, but it's not going to be enough. In the meantime, the OD picked up the Shadow Fiend still in the mid lane. At the same time as all these kills happen in this bottom lane, Gale going through, open wounds up on the Jakiro, Rage going up. There actually were not open wounds because no mana, but Goblak Use the stick charge, is still alive for now. One more hit from dying, and there he goes. It's Venommancer's wards that pick him up with the Undying now on the run, getting blocked slightly by the creeps. Here comes Rubik back on full HP and mana, will be able to land a telekinesis. There he goes. Fable to go through, Illuminate still to go through as well. More mana for Phobos. He doesn't have any spell to use anymore though, but will be able to make his way out of there as Lifestealer is on his way back and is just going to continue farming. Has now been part of all 4 kills, but it's 4-4 with the middle and the top lane both won by the Radiance, by the Dire side I was gonna say, but it looks like Omni Knight. Oh, nice heal, turns the tables. Now the Bad Rider, one more hit away from dying, and the stacks are off, and their hit is there, and that is Blow Your Brain, picking up the 2nd kill on this Bad Rider. As Omni Knight as the Shadow Fiend is back in towards the mid lane farming. He's level 5 right now, with now the Outward Destroyer level 7. That is the Astral Imprisonment doing the works, by the way. Just deny that experience by Astral Imprisonment every time a creep dies. And you'll be able to outlevel your opponent, and he's going to be in some trouble. Astral Imprisonment, Invisibility Rune up on the Omni Knight is going to stand there, is going to heal himself, and we'll be able to get some damage down. Right clicks will be enough, by the looks of it. More right clicks will come, and that's going to be a kill. One more hit, and that is Outward Destroyer picking up another kill in this mid lane. So we can definitely say mid lane as well as top lane won by Empire. And it is the bottom lane that should be making the difference for 4-4. Lifestealer still has not died yet, but is now being slightly behind on last hits on the on Undying. Undying also not dying yet, of course. Is 1-0-1 though. And is Lifestealer that gets a bit more. I'm actually going to change the net worth because that is a bit more useful with all these skills going up right now. Lifestealer still in the top 3, but Undying closely behind. And of course the other 2 lanes, the mid lane and the top lane, both higher up on there. Both going towards the Dire. Is there going to be an open wounds again? No. No open wounds. 10 stick charges on the Lifestealer. We'll be able to use them if he gets low, so he can be pretty ballsy here trying to get those last hits. And of course his supports are very close by as well. If they initiate on him, there will be a telekinesis, there will be a gale, and he should be able to stay alive. Ice Path, it's just going to be harassment for now. You cannot go in on it either. In the meantime, top lane again, Flame Break, gonna help the Bad Rider get away from that one, get away from that aura, get away from that degen aura, but here comes the Outward Destroyer. Fly is there, three stacks up on Blow Your Brain, heal is there, Lasso is there, will be enough, I don't think so, and it's OD that drops there, and Blow Your Brain will be fine, will be safe, should be alive. And that is the 3rd kill on the Bad Rider on that top lane, who is not having a fun lane there. Who is level 7. I would almost suggest for him to go towards the bottom lane and help out to make this bottom lane more of a win for their own team. Because even though I don't feel like they're losing the bottom lane, they are not convincingly winning it either. And that is the stick charges used for Lifestealer. We picked up an urn, by the way, as the first item, aiming to get some more kills. Of course, they haven't got kills in a while yet. Oh, Lifestealer sitting in front of in his own creep. He's gonna go for the Jakiro, open wounds, right clicks, and Goblex will go down. Lifestealer picking up the kill now, done dying. Very low, will be able to make himself back out though. 15 stick charges being used by the Keeper of the Light, who is on the run. There will be 10 seconds before another open wounds, and he's just going to try to TP out. Should be able to do so as well. Right clicks go on. Now changes towards Phobos, but will not be able to go on him anymore. The rest of his team is already backed off. Venomancer already TPing out, and the Rubik already back home again as well. And Lifestealer is just continuing farming. Now 2 earn charges for himself, because 6 charges doing just fine, and is of course life-stealing his way through there. As Shadow Fiend gets harassed here so much in this middle lane. Level 9 on the OD, level 7 on the Shadow Fiend, 28 souls up on him. He's almost gonna go for his Requiem of Souls and should try to get some more kills with that, of course. If he can, as we see an Ice Pad landing on the Lifestealer, who's being slowed down. No, the breath does not reach him. He should be fine. Still has a rage also. Decay is still there, but that doesn't matter. He has an earn charge. It will be fine. In the meantime, top lane, Repel, make sure Omni Knight gets away from the combination that was here. As it was a Bad Rider that already landed the last 2. It was a Rubik that already landed the telekinesis, and yet this Omni Knight, he is full on HP, halfway of his mana. That is all they managed to get with using a lot of abilities coming off from the Bad Rider as well as the Rubik, and Rubik even having to back off on the half health. It is again OD that takes down the Shadow Fiend, very low on life though. He's not going to be hit by the Gale that Steam throws out there, but he is going to be probably backing off the base unless he picks up Selves, which the courier just brought him, and that is the case, and he will just continue farming in this middle lane. as he has been doing for so long, and he is getting ahead on those levels as well. Wow, why is this not there? That's better. He is level 10, and if we look at the levels, he is a higher level than everybody of the Dire side, Radiant side rather. Level 8, highest level upon the Radiant side on the Bat Rider, who is dead 3 times, of course. But level 10 and 11 on the solo lanes for Empire. Open wounds, Undying, pops his Golem form, but will be enough rages to go off. Boba still alive for now, one more hit and he goes down. Lifestealer infesting on a creep. Is gonna try to go for Godlike. Does not have an open wounds anymore and has to back off. Too many creeps. He does not want to chase past the tower. Too much riskiness. 110 gold going the way of Venomancer with those zombies being out of the picture for that one. Tombstone going down. And that is of course the reason why the rest of his team could not chase. It's only the Lifestealer that can be up against that, because he can just run through it with his rage on and not get slowed. But at least the Undying died. That was the first time that happened, and he is gonna now rotate towards mid and is gonna continue farming there and leave the bottom lane to deal for themselves right now, with the 2 supports still being there. Level 6 up on the Jakiro. We have got level 4 up on the Keeper of Light, who has of course died twice right now. And Lifestealers is probably gonna continue being here. 1200 gold up on him, who's gonna go for an armlet once more. Already picked now up his Helm of Iron Will. And we have an invisibility rune up on this Invoker, who's looking for a way in, and he's gonna use Undying as bait. Oh. There is one. Strong imprisonment. He should be able to get. Doesn't have his ultimate though, but look at these right clicks. This is the level difference doing his work. Couple more needed. 1, 2, kill. Scandal, mega kill. 5-0-0. All the kills that he's done have been going his way, have been going in his pocket, and I do think, oh actually no, it's not all on the Shadow Fiend. Of course there's also one on the Bat Rider that he joined in for earlier. TP in from, or TP out from Scandal towards the bottom lane, because that's where Bat Rider went, and they want to take down Goblik as well. Right clicks to go off, Repel does not work on right clicks, and that is the Eclipse being used. Bat Rider now on the way out. Astral Imprisonment up on himself. For Scandal is still very low. He's gonna get healed up. Open wounds up on the Omni Knight. Right clicks to go up. Run noobs run. Wants to chase something down. Wants to hit stuff to get his HP up. There's Gale, and that is Scandal. Astral Imprisonment again, and it is the Lifestealer that goes down. Omni Knight picking up the kill, and the rest will stay alive here. Venomancer still went down there after landing that kill. Rubik not able to help out. Here comes the Undying. Wants to take care of the Bat Rider. Does not have enough. Well, it does have a cooldown on his Tombstone, but there's gonna be more to help out. Firefly's gonna be there. Here comes the Keeper of Light as well, though. And the Jakiro, Ice Path is there. Degen Aura is there. Ice Path not even needed. It's Undying that picks up the kill. 4 heroes from Empire on his bottom lane right now, and the only one that's not there is our World Destroyer, who is doing pretty good for himself, to be fair. Picked himself up a Force Staff, got himself some Power Threads. I will move himself back towards the top lane. He's gonna go for this. There will be right clicks, and there's the Astral Imprisonment. Here is the Force Staff up on the Omni Knight as well, and that is gonna be another kill up on the Shadow Fiend. One more hit, and there he goes. Wicked sick. Scandal right now. 7-0-7. And at least now they already have got at least one of the kills up on that Lifestealer. But it is Lifestealer still doing very good. But the other 2 lanes of Empire just got so much ahead that might be too much to get back from. 404. Their Bat Rider, their Shadow Fiend not working out for them at all. With this Omni Knight, this Outworld Destroyer, too big. Both have a Force Staff. They're gonna try to go for this tier 1 tower. And there's nothing they can do against it. That's the 3rd tier 1 tower down on the side of 404, so no tier 1s left, as Venomancer is going to be in some trouble here, trying to get himself away. He's going to just try to hide. Rubik cannot be so lucky. We'll get Force Staffed, or we'll get Omni Knight Force Staffed, and he will be having that Degen Aura up on them. We'll be able to catch up. Here comes the Lifestealer again, though. Open wounds, and that is the Astral Imprisonment. Saving his teammate. Rages won't do anything. Flame break there as well. There's a heal. Illuminate to go through. Bat Rider taking a lot of damage. Magic Pyre as well, and that's the Bat Rider already gone. a Guardian Angel, and they want to go for more. It's going to be the Shadow Fiend that will go down once more. Lifesteal now on the run. Still has the GG aura up on there. Rubik goes down. Omni Knight healing himself, healing that one to death. Open Wounds wants to go for more, but Blinding Light will make sure that Lifestealer is missing some as well. Even though the Rage is there, it's going to try to TP out. Will not be able to do so though. Ezreal Imprisonment stopping him in his tracks, and this will be a team wipe for 404. Empire picking up every single kill that there is. Just one by one, purely by levels, by damage. Look at this difference. Level 14 OD, level 14 Omni Knight, and the highest level on 404 is level 9. And that is such a massive difference. 5 level difference on 2 heroes is pretty painful. Omni Knight and OD making the difference here with the 4-star aggressive 4-star forward. One more hit away from dying, but won't be dying, but will have to be backing off. Illuminate to go through, and that was a 4-star that came off from the OD, by the way. That was not a 4-star in by choice on the Shadow Fiend. DK stacks coming on the Undying, who has finished himself a Vanguard, going for that tanky build, of course, for damage that he has his teammates. Jakiro, 1600 gold up on him. Curious to see what he's gonna go for. We have got ourselves another 4-star being built up by the Keeper of Light. Of course, that's the item that you want to get versus a Lifestealer. If you open wounds, at least you can 4-star yourself, and you will be able to be normal speed again. Should be able to be normal speed again before he reaches you. Lifestealer this time had a very different start, and again aggressive 4-star. Rubik is still alive for now, actually. Faithful going through. Repel on the Omni Knight keeps him up. Lifestealer just raging and walking past. Not getting harassed there. As Rubik still goes down, by the way, Undying picking up the kill with that decay. Ice Pad, Illuminate, Lifestealer getting disabled there. Does have a rage again if he needs it. It is Blow Your Brain that just walks in there. Has himself a repel. Still gets picked up by the last two, but doesn't care about anything. Macropire laid down there as well. Ice Pad doesn't hit on anybody this game. Illuminate still to go through, though they have to back off. This Tombstone being very annoying. Venomancer making it to his goal to take down this one, and it will be the Lifestealer that picks up the last goal from that Phobos. Will be able to stay alive, but Rubik and Venomancer both go down. Jakiro picking one up, OD picking one up, and there's the Guardian Angel once more. And this is what they said. I mean, they can just stay here. They have got infinite heals with the mana being fed up to Blow Your Brain, as the OD uses Eclipse, picks up the Lifestealer, picks up the Shadow Fiend, and I think we'll pick up the Batrider there as well. And it's only the Rubik that is left alive. Ultra kill for Scandal on this OD. And I do think that, like I said during the draft, I mean, at some point when they start pushing with 5, they do not need to back off. Like, no chance. And there goes the Rubik still. Jakiro picking that one up, and it's Venomancer that will probably get picked up there as well. No, the GG already got scored though. GG well played. Very convincing play coming off Empire. Really no chance to do anything against that much level advantage from an OD as well as from a Omni Knight. And of course both of those have got heroes that levels are just so important. I mean, with Scandal, that intellect difference is just huge right now. And yeah, so this was 2 games between Empire and 404. Empire managed to take down both games. Managed to get the points from both. They're not out of the woods yet. They need to, if they want to make number 1 for GosuLeague Division 2, they have to win at least one of the games against Empire, or against Ubel, sorry, in the next 2 games that are going to come off for GosuLeague Division 2. Stay tuned for that, because that one's going to be following up on this channel right after this one, as the throne explodes. And if you're wondering where you can find out more information about GosuLeague and about the standings and stuff like that, you can go to gosugamers.net/Dota2, and on the right side you see a link, GosuLeague Season 4. Just click on that and you'll find all the information that you want to know. I think for Division 2 you just have to scroll down a bit to see the standings for that one. And yeah, if you want to support me, please subscribe to my YouTube. YouTube.com/SheeverGaming. It would be very much appreciated. Trying to go for 5k subscriptions. Woohoo. We're gonna jump ourselves into the next game, which official starting time is 15 minutes from now, so we might have a short delay, but I will have some music for you anyway. And yeah, stay tuned for more games of Empire vs Ubels coming up next on this channel. Don't go anywhere.